Jyoti ji has asked, Acharya ji, can you please explain what Khalil Gibran means by give your hearts but not into each other's keeping, for only the hands of life can contain your hearts. One loves the other. Hmm? That is the love that we know of. One says one loves the other person. Khalil Gibran is saying that no person is big enough to keep your heart. The other person, howsoever important, beautiful, big, is yet still a person. Your core, the truth, the heart, cannot belong to him. It cannot be given to his keeping. One can hold only that which is in the same dimension as the holder, which is at least comparable to the one who is trying to hold. Your heart is too big, too subtle, too vast, too delicate, too incomprehensible for anybody to hold it. Your heart, as Gibran says, can belong only to life. Life or existence is nothing but God in manifestation, God in motion. If your heart is God, your body is the universe. Only God can belong to God. Body can belong to the universe. That is why your heart cannot belong to the universe, to a part of the universe, or to anybody, any person in the universe. Your heart must always be devoted to nothing but the truth itself. Okay? And it is not as if you really have an option. Even if you declare that your heart belongs to someone, to a mortal being, to a person, you would be lying. You would be trying the impossible. You would be stating something that can never happen. You cannot give your heart to a limited being. even if you want to. Your heart stands for perfection, for infinity, for faultlessness. And that is something you will never find in the little, in the contained, in the finite, in a man or woman. So even if you try to give your heart to a person, you will meet with disappointment. And that is what happens with lovers. Sometimes they try, even sincerely, to be fully devoted to each other. Sometimes, in the best of their intentions, they want to fully belong to each other. Sometimes, with real seriousness, they want to make the other the center of their life. But they fail. They end up frustrated because this cannot be done. If you want to give your heart to the other person, that is like trying to hand over a mountain to an ant. The ant would only be crushed under the mountain. The other will not be able to bear the weight of your gift. The other will not be able to bear the weight of the expectation that comes along with the gift. When you gift the perfect, you want the other to be perfect. When you gift yourself totally, you want the other to be total, and the other cannot be total. The fact is, even you cannot gift the total to someone who is not total. So there would only be frustration and disappointment. Even if you make a promise, you'll have to break that promise. Let your heart always belong to no one else but God, but truth. And from there, a lot of things proceed. From there, you have great peace and appropriateness in not one but every relationship. That is the so-called choice that you have. Either try to attempt the impossible, try to belong to one person and fail miserably, or belong to the one, the only one who is worth belonging to, and then have simplicity, peace, in every relationship. I think treat one relationship as special and lose that relationship and other relationships as well. Treat all relationships on the same plane and have great respect for your one primary relationship, and you will find that all your relationships are prospering. Wisdom, spirituality, in one sense, are nothing but appropriate placement of things. Place everything in its right place, and that is wisdom. Belong firstly to the truth. Belong firstly to the highest. And then all your belongings, all your relationships will be just alright. You will not have to repent and suffer. Getting it? Neither should you demand somebody's total life, loyalty, devotion, nor should you offer your total life, loyalty and devotion to anybody. Don't demand and don't give. That is something sacred. You are from that. That is not from you. How then do you have the right to trade that, compromise that, or give that away? Who are you to give away your heart? Your heart does not belong to you. You belong to your heart. The heart is higher. The heart is central. The heart comes first. The heart is superior, the source. The heart will decide to whom you will go. You will not decide to whom the heart will go. When you try to do that, then you are exceeding your jurisdiction. When you are trying to do that, that is called ego. What is ego? Ego is the small trying to act as the big. That is what you do when you try to give your heart to a man or a woman. Getting it? Your heart cannot be given away. I repeat, your heart does not belong to you. You belong to your heart. And these are the only two ways of living. There are people who belong to their heart. They are called wise men. They are the saints. They are the gurus. They are the prophets. They bow down. They have surrendered. Their mind listens to the heart. And then the other kind of people are those whose mind is so arrogant, so ignorant, so blind and full of itself that it thinks that it can lord over the heart. Needless to say that they are defeated. But before defeat brings them agony, there is agony in their struggle. Before they are finally defeated, they keep meeting defeat at every step, every moment. The more they delay their defeat, the more they lengthen their suffering. Trying to give your heart is like trying to sell away God. First of all, you don't have the right to do that. Secondly, you can't do that. Thirdly, even if you try to do that, you won't get a buyer. Your heart is God. Even casually, never say that your heart belongs to some man or woman. God doesn't belong to anybody. All belong to God. The heart is not a thing. The heart is your center. The heart is your commander. The heart is the point from where your life originates. The heart is the point to which you must look to in order to get directions, guidance. The heart and the voice you must listen to when you want silence and peace. You don't make the heart listen to yourself. It is foolish to even attempt. Getting it? The wise man does not even give his body to anybody, let alone the heart. He is not the doer of anything. He is not the giver of anything. He gives himself to the heart and lets the heart decide what next would be given to whom. Forget about trading away the heart. He does not give even his body, his time, his skills, anything about himself to anybody. He says, my totality is devoted to the Lord. I have given myself away. I have sold myself away. So what right do I have left over myself? Now let the Lord decide what my feet will do. Now let the Lord decide what my eyes will do, what my intelligence will do, what my intellect, my intellectual prowess, the entire system of my mind and body, my entire being. Let the Lord decide what they would do. When you are given to God, then God decides to whom you would go. When you are given to God, God decides that you will go to God. What does that mean? That means that as a body, as a mortal form, you will go to someone who too is given to God. Otherwise, you cannot be attracted to a devoted person, to a wise person. The only way to be attracted to a devoted one is to be firstly devoted oneself. If you like the one he likes, then you like him. If you are dissolving in the one he is dissolving into, then the two of you dissolve into each other. That is the only way two lumps of salt can merge with each other. If two lumps of salt profess love to each other and claim unity, is it ever possible? As long as they remain crystallized lumps, is it ever possible for them to break their boundaries and merge into each other? They cannot merge. The only way these two lumps can unite is when they both reach their solvent, when they both reach water. Now both have merged with water and with each other, into each other. Being dissolved is important. Being dissolved is the key. And resolution is not cheap. Resolution is not theory. Resolution is not words. Resolution is the state of your life. One lives resolution. One pays for it. One doesn't merely wag his tongue. Spirituality gives you an infinite reward, but firstly it asks for a little price. The price is little, but seems tremendous to the ignorant ones. That little price is your life. You live your life comfortably in the way you are used to, and then you come and partake in discussions about dissolution, devotion, and such things. Life gets tired of even laughing at you. After a point, life wants to spit on your face. Too much laughter gives pain in the jaw to life. There are certain things that one must firstly pay the price to even hear. I'm not even talking of living those things. I'm saying there are certain things one must have firstly, honestly and rightfully paid the price of to even hear, to even utter. Without having paid the price, if you hear these words, then a great curse falls upon you. That curse is total hypocrisy. That curse is a double life. That curse is unmitigated suffering. Do you get this? This is not entertainment. Scriptures say, unless you are ready to pay the price, don't mess around with us. You will be burnt. You will be burned down like an ignorant child that ventures into fire. Even a shopkeeper knows better than entertaining customers who have no intention of buying anything. If you have already sold yourself out to the market, to miscellaneous people, to customs, to men and women, to your aims and ambitions, to your family, to your personal targets, then what are you doing in this shop? This shop is only for those who are not yet sold out. This shop is only for virgins. This shop is not for those who are already wedded. This shop is not for those who have already put a price on their self, on their heart. This shop is for those who could find no other place to give themselves away. This shop is only for those who do not find the world worthy enough to be given the highest. Only if nothing but greatness attracts you is this shop for you. If pettiness, lousiness, boundaries, bondages, fear, attract you, then you have come to the wrong place. Ask yourself, what really attracts you? Ask yourself, what is worthy of being given this one life that your personal self has? Look at your mind right now. If you find any trace of littleness there, get up and run away. Look at your mind right now. If you see any comparison, any complaints, go and hide your face elsewhere. The world has already owned you. They say that when you are making an offering to the Lord, it must be akshat. You know what is akshat? That is not yet broken, that is not yet divided. If you are divided, then you are not worthy of being offered to the Lord. When temples are being built, great care is taken that not even a divided brick, a broken brick, is used If you are broken and divided, if you are sometimes like X and sometimes like Y, then don't try to devote yourself to the temple. Look at your face right now. If you find that your face is any different at other times, then you must know that you don't belong, not at least to the Lord. Look at your mind right now. If you harbor other thoughts at other times, then you must know that you don't belong. This shop, this temple is not for you. That is the real meaning of virginity. To hold your best for the best, and to offer only crumbs to the beggars. Beggars deserve what beggars do, crumbs. That is also what is meant by appropriate placement of things. Hold your best for the best. Hold your heart for the heart. Even a common trader knows that he must not trade away anything for less than its value. What value do you put upon yourself? What value do you put upon yourself? How did you so easily sell yourself off? See to whom you have given yourself up. That will tell you what you think of yourself. That will tell you what worth you assign to yourself. Look at the people you have chosen in your life. Look at the work you have chosen in your life. Look at how you spend your time. All of these are your choices. Look at what you eat, think, drink, read. This will tell you what you think of yourself. This will tell you how you esteem yourself. So small are you, really? To sell yourself away for pennies? Come to terms with your magnitude. You are scared of nothing else but your own immensity. Your own power terrifies you. Your eyes are not big enough to look at your own vastness. You can meet and beat any enemy, but the moment you encounter yourself, you make a hasty retreat. That is your tragedy. You are afraid of yourself. You have given yourself a cheap mask. That is nothing but a childish tactic to avoid looking at your own radiant face. Only masks can be assigned cheap values. And the cheap values that you have given to yourself clearly suggest that it's only masks that you know of, only masks that you are living with, only masks that you are trading away. Is that necessary? Is that necessary? I'm not asking whether that is right or wrong. I'm not asking whether it is easy or difficult. I'm asking, must it happen? Is it so necessary? Is it really obligatory to live like this? Is it? Can't you rise above your little self? Can't you? Is pettiness really so attractive? Do you know what is space? Space is that which contains all the dirt of the world and is still not dirtied. Where does all the filth, the dirt and the dust exist? In space. But anybody here who wants to call the space as dirty? That is the definition of space. Such cleanliness that cannot be spoiled. That is what you are. What is this fixation with filth? Filth is not significant enough even to be brushed away. So tremendous are you, and so small is filth. And you are devoting your life to filth. What kind of mismatch is that? An elephant wedding an ant would be more of a match. Have you watched yourself cringe at every imperfection that you see? Have you not noticed that? Have you ever noticed who keeps coming again and again in your dreams? Don't you know why you suddenly wake up? Don't you see why in the middle of a perfectly alright conversation, you suddenly start feeling weary? Don't you see why even in your most intimate moments, you suddenly feel like running away? Don't you see why nothing ever absorbs you fully? Hmm? Don't you know why you want to turn away even from the most tempting attractions? Your heart is elsewhere. Your heart is elsewhere. All the glorious lights of this world are not even candles to the sun. Your heart is elsewhere. That is why you are frustrated. That is why there is no glow on your face. That is why your life is a story of disenchantment. That's why you are never able to complete anything, because only the complete deserves completion. That is why you take resolutions and then fail them. That is why you put the alarm off and don't get up. That is why you break your promises. That is why you don't show up even when you need to. That is why your performance in everything that you do is so mediocre. You have sold yourself at the wrong place. You have given yourself to the wrong entities. You are wearing clothes that are too small for you and you are feeling strangulated. The elephant is wearing a rabbit's clothes. And calling it fashionable. That is why you often wish that the night never ends. That is why you often wish that you may never have to get up from the bed. That is why you often wish that the weekend never ends. That is why you are always looking forward to the next vacation. That is why you keep missing your targets. That is why everything is so lukewarm, so in between, so tepid. That is why you know nothing like excellence. You are wearing the wrong clothes. Get naked. Throw your covers off. The elephant is trying to sleep comfortably in a rabbit's burrow. Good luck to him. The ocean is trying to quench its thirst from a wine glass. Good luck to the ocean. You are trying to find satisfaction in a job, in a man, in a woman, in a vacation, in a pursuit, in an ambition, in money, in ideas. Good luck to you. Good luck.